Registered Master Plumbing Engineers of the Philippines Review. Quiz number 3, 2025. Number 1. What fitting is used when it is necessary to replace a section of soil pipe or install a fitting into an existing soil pipeline? A. Sovent system fitting. B. Offsets. C. Kafer fitting. D. Reducer. The correct answer is C. Kafer fitting. Explanation. A kafer fitting, also known as a repair coupling or mechanical joint fitting, is specifically designed to connect into an existing soil or drain pipe without the need to cut or replace large sections of the pipeline. It is commonly used in soil pipe systems, like cast iron or PVC, to install a branch, repair a damaged section, or add a fitting into an existing line. The kafer fitting clamps around the pipe and can be sealed with gaskets or rubber sleeves, making it ideal for retrofitting or modifications in soil stacks or drainage systems. Sovent system fitting refers to a single-stack drainage system, not a repair fitting. Offsets are bends used to change pipe direction. Reducers join pipes of different diameters. Thus, C. Kafer fitting is the best choice. Number 2. What is the greatest advantage of using DWV plastic pipe and fittings for residential sanitary system? A. Accessibility of materials. B. Resistance to deposit formation. C. Ease in installation. D. Lightweight compared to other pipes. Let's break this down. DWV stands for Drain Waste Vent, used in plumbing for non-pressurized removal of wastewater and ventilation. A. Accessibility of materials. DWV PVC ABS is widely available, but this is not necessarily its greatest advantage. B. Resistance to deposit formation. Smooth interior helps, but this is more of a benefit of plastic pipe in general, not the top unique advantage for DWV. C. Ease in installation. Plastic DWV is easier to cut and join than cast iron, but this is related to weight and workability. D. Lightweight compared to other pipes. This is a major advantage, easier to handle, transport, and install than cast iron, reducing labor time and structural support needs. In many plumbing trade contexts, lightweight is cited as the biggest practical advantage for DWV plastic pipe in residential systems. Correct answer, D. Number 3. What is the term given to a specific ratio of the average specified outside diameter to the minimum wall thickness of a given plastic pipe? A. Wetted perimeter ratio. B. Pressure rating ratio. C. Standard dimensional ratio. Schedule number. The correct answer is C. Standard dimensional ratio. Explanation. The standard dimension ratio, SDR, is a key parameter used in plastic piping systems. It is defined as SDR equals average outside diameter minimum wall thickness. A lower SDR indicates a thicker wall, and thus a higher pressure rating. A higher SDR indicates a thinner wall, suitable for lower pressure or gravity flow applications like DWV systems. This ratio is standardized and helps engineers and plumbers select the appropriate pipe for specific pressure and application requirements. Wetted perimeter ratio relates to hydraulic flow, not pipe geometry. Pressure rating ratio is not a standard term in this context. Schedule number, e.g., Schedule 40, 80, is a legacy classification used primarily for metal and some plastic pipes, but it is not defined as a ratio of diameter to wall thickness. Thus, the correct term is C. Standard dimensional ratio. Number 4. These pipes are represented in plumbing plans with a moderate dash, 3 short dashes and a moderate dash. A. Vacuum pipe. B. Compressed air pipe. C. Hot water recirculating pipe. D. Fire protection pipe. The correct answer is B. Type K. Explanation. Copper tubing used in plumbing and HVAC systems comes in different wall thicknesses, designated by types. The main types are Type K, thickest wall, strongest, used for underground service, high-pressure applications, and main water services. Type L, medium wall thickness, commonly used for interior water distribution in residential and commercial buildings. Type M, thinnest wall among the three common types, used in low-pressure applications, often in residential settings where allowed by code. Type DWV, used only for drain, waste, and vent systems, not pressurized. It has very thin walls and is not suitable for water supply. Because Type K has the thickest wall and highest strength, it is the correct answer. White heavy checkmark answer, B Type K. Number 5. One classification of cast iron pipe is extra heavy or XH. Extra heavy is also encountered in plastic pipe. What is the rating of this plastic pipe? A. Schedule 40. B. Schedule 60. C. Schedule 80. D. Schedule 20. The correct answer is C. Schedule 80. Explanation. In the context of plastic piping, such as PVC or CPVC, schedule designations indicate the wall thickness and pressure rating of the pipe. These schedules were originally developed for steel pipe but have been adapted for plastic pipes. Schedule 80 plastic pipe has thicker walls than Schedule 40 and is used in higher pressure or more demanding applications. The term extra heavy, XH, in cast iron pipe refers to a heavier wall thickness compared to standard cast iron. When plastic pipe is used as a replacement or analog for extra heavy cast iron, Schedule 80 is typically considered the equivalent in terms of robustness and durability, especially in industrial or high-stress plumbing applications. Thus, the plastic pipe rating that corresponds to extra heavy, XH, is white heavy checkmark C Schedule 80. Number 6. What is the minimum size of cast iron soil pipe being manufactured for use in a DWV system? A. 4 inches. B. 2 inches. C. 1.5 inches. D. 3 inches. The correct answer is B. 2 inches. Explanation. Cast iron soil pipe used in DWV, drain, waste, and vent systems is manufactured in standard nominal sizes. While historically larger diameters, like 4-inch, 6, etc., are common for main soil and waste stacks, the smallest standard size currently manufactured and used in modern DWV systems is 2 inches, 2-inch. Although 1.5-inch cast iron pipe may have been used in older installations, current standards, such as those from CISPI, Cast Iron Soil Pipe Institute, generally do not include 1.5-inch as a standard size for new cast iron DWV pipe production. The typical available sizes today start at 2 inches and go up, example, 2-inch, 3, 4, 6, etc. Therefore, the minimum size of cast iron soil pipe currently manufactured for DWV systems is white heavy checkmark B 2 inches. Number 7. What pipe is indicated in the plumbing plan with a solid line? A. Vacuum pipe. B. Fire protection pipe. C. Hot water recirculating pipe. D. Drain pipe. The correct answer is C. Hammer and chisel. Explanation. On small jobs or in older plumbing practices, the most common traditional method for cutting cast iron soil pipe, especially hub and spigot, bell, cast iron used in DWV systems, is using a hammer and cold chisel. The chisel is placed against the pipe and tapped repeatedly around the circumference, gradually working through the brittle cast iron. This method is low cost, requires no electricity, and is effective for short, occasional cuts. While modern tools like snap cutters, grinders, or power saws are faster and cleaner, and preferred in larger or modern jobs, they are less common on very small or residential retrofit jobs due to cost or access. Let's review the options. A. Ball peen hammer, not a cutting tool, used for metal shaping, not pipe cutting. B. Hacksaw, possible but very slow and impractical for thick, hard cast iron. C. Hammer and chisel, white heavy checkmark traditional, widely used method on small jobs. D. Grinder, effective and clean, but requires power and PPE, more common in professional or larger scale work. White heavy checkmark therefore, the best answer is C. Hammer and chisel. Number 8. Which of the following fitting should not be used within a sanitary installation? A. 1/4 bend. B. Double branch tapped T. C. Double branch straight T. D. Increaser. The correct answer is C. Double branch straight T. Explanation. In sanitary drainage, DWV, systems, proper flow and scouring action must be maintained to prevent clogs and trap seal loss. Therefore, fittings must be designed to allow smooth, directional flow of waste, especially when connecting horizontal branches to vertical stacks or other horizontal runs. Let's examine each option. A 1/4 bend. Also known as a 90-degree elbow. Acceptable when used appropriately, e.g., at base of stack or where vertical to horizontal change is needed. Permitted in sanitary systems. B. Double branch tapped T. A T with two side inlets, often used for venting or dual drain connections. Allowed when properly oriented, especially in vented configurations. Permitted under code when used correctly. C. Double branch straight T. A straight T with two branch inlets in line with the run, commonly used in pressurized or vent systems, not in drainage. Prohibited in sanitary drainage, waste, piping because it creates opposing flows that cause turbulence, blockages, and loss of trap seal. Plumbing codes, IPC, UPC, specifically disallow straight Ts in horizontal to horizontal or vertical to horizontal waste drainage. Electric light bulb key rule. In drainage systems, sanitary Ts, with a sweeping side inlet, are used to connect horizontal branches to vertical stacks, not straight Ts. D. Increaser. A fitting that changes pipe size gradually, example, 4-inch to 3. Allowed in drainage when transitioning pipe sizes, as long as it follows code, e.g., increasing in direction of flow. Permitted. White heavy checkmark therefore, the fitting that should not be used within a sanitary, drainage, installation is C. Double branch straight T. Number 10. In what condition does the PVC pipe become brittle? A. When exposed to sudden change in temperature. B. In cold weather. C. Exposed to too much heat. D. When it is not used for a longer duration. The correct answer is B. In cold weather. Explanation. PVC, polyvinyl chloride, pipe is widely used in DWV and water distribution systems due to its durability, chemical resistance, and ease of installation. However, one of its known limitations is its behavior under low temperature conditions. At temperatures below 40 degrees Fahrenheit 4 degrees Celsius, PVC begins to lose flexibility. In cold weather, especially below freezing, PVC becomes brittle and more susceptible to cracking or shattering upon impact or stress. This brittleness is not permanent. PVC regains its ductility when temperatures rise, but during cold conditions, extra care must be taken during handling and installation. Let's review the options. A. When exposed to sudden change in temperature. Thermal shock can stress PVC, but it doesn't typically cause brittleness, more relevant to materials like glass or metal. B. In cold weather. White heavy checkmark correct. PVC becomes brittle in low temperatures. C. Exposed to too much heat. Heat softens PVC, it can deform or sag, but does not make it brittle. D. When it is not used for a longer duration. Inactivity doesn't affect PVC's material properties. White heavy checkmark final answer, B. In cold weather. Number 10. Both the sanitary cross and straight cross are used in the piping system, however they are not permitted to be used in A. Drainage line. B. Saw line. C. Ventilation system. D. Horizontal line piping. The correct answer is D. Horizontal line piping. Explanation. Sanitary crosses and straight crosses are pipe fittings with 4 openings used to connect multiple branches. However, plumbing codes, such as IPC and UPC, prohibit their use in horizontal drainage piping due to hydraulic and sanitary concerns. Why are they prohibited in horizontal drainage? In a horizontal drain line, waste flows by gravity and relies on proper slope and smooth flow. A cross fitting, whether sanitary or straight, in a horizontal run creates 90 degrees branch connections, which cause turbulence and debris buildup, increase the risk of clogs, can allow sewage backup into other fixtures. Where are they allowed? Sanitary crosses may be used in vertical stacks with horizontal branch connections, example, connecting two horizontal drains into a vertical stack, but only when specifically permitted by code and properly configured. Straight crosses are generally not allowed in drainage systems at all, but may be used in venting or non-sanitary, example, storm, systems under certain conditions. However, both types are explicitly prohibited in horizontal drain, waste, piping because they do not provide the sweeping flow path needed for self-cleaning. Plumbing codes require combination fittings, example, Y plus 1/8 bend, or sweep Ts for horizontal branch connections, not crosses. White heavy checkmark therefore, the correct answer is D. Horizontal line piping. Number 11. What is the system used in correlating the many metal alloys and is indicated in pipes for the identification of the users? A. Numbering system. B. International numbering system. C. Universal numbering system. D. Systeme International. The correct option is C. Universal numbering system. Explanation. The Universal Numbering System, UNS, for metals and alloys provides a system for correlating the many different numbering systems used by various engineering societies, trade associations, and producers. It is widely accepted, particularly in North America, and helps to avoid confusion caused by using multiple identification numbers for the same material. In the context of industrial applications like piping, this system ensures consistency in identifying materials based on their chemical composition. Why other options are incorrect? A. Numbering system. This is a generic term for any method of assigning numbers and is not specific to the standardized system for metal alloys. B. International numbering system. This is a plausible sounding name, but the specific, widely adopted system is officially called the Unified, or Universal, Numbering System, not the International one. D. Systeme International. This refers to the International System of Units, SI units, example, meters, kilograms, seconds, a system of physical measurements, not a system for numbering metal alloys. Number 12. When are 1/8 offsets generally used? A. Used in change of direction from branch drains to building main drain. B. Used to carry the soil or waste lines past obstruction. C. Used to carry horizontal soil or waste lines whenever there is a change in direction. D. Used when the side takeoff is smaller than the through section. The correct answer is B. Used to carry the soil or waste lines past obstruction. Explanation. 1/8 bends, also called 1/8 offsets or 22 1/2 degree elbows, are commonly used in drain, waste, and vent (DWV) systems to create gentle directional changes, especially when offsetting a pipe run to go around an obstruction, like a joist, beam, or duct. 2 1/8 bends, 22 1/2 degree each, are often used together to create a 45 degrees offset, allowing the pipe to shift laterally while maintaining proper slope and flow. This method provides a smoother flow path compared to sharp 90 degrees bends and helps avoid clogs. They are not typically used for major direction changes, like branch to main drain, or as primary fittings for takeoffs. Let's evaluate the options. A. Change of direction from branch drains to building main drain, usually done with a sanitary T or Y, not 1/8 bends. B. Carry soil waste lines past an obstruction. White heavy checkmark. Correct, this is the primary purpose of a small offset using 1/8 bends. C. Used whenever there's a change in direction in horizontal lines too broad. Larger changes use 1/4, 45 degrees, or 1/2, 90 degrees, bends. D. When side takeoff is smaller, irrelevant to 1/8 bends, that's about reducing fittings, not offsets. White heavy checkmark. Final answer. B. Used to carry the soil or waste lines past obstruction. Number 13. In the fire sprinkler system, what is the common type of joint used wherein a special coupling is used to connect the two ends? A. Flanged coupling. B. Bolted joint. C. Rolled joint. D. Welded joint. The correct answer is D. Double hub. Explanation. In a hub and spigot cast iron soil pipe system, pipes are manufactured with different end configurations. Single hub. One end has a hub, bell, the other is a spigot, plain end. Double hub. Both ends have hubs. Hubless. No hubs, joined with clamps, not relevant for traditional hub and spigot systems. When installing or making field cuts, planners aim to minimize waste and avoid needing extra couplings or fittings. Why double hub pipe is best for cutting? If you cut a double hub pipe, both resulting pieces will each have a hub. This allows flexibility in installation. One piece can connect backward or forward as needed. In contrast, cutting a single hub pipe often leaves one piece with no hub, just a spigot on both ends, which cannot be directly connected in a standard hub and spigot system without an additional coupling, leading to more fittings, cost, and potential waste. Therefore, to avoid waste and maintain usability of both cut segments, double hub pipe is the preferred type to cut. White heavy checkmark. Final answer, D. Double hub. Number 15. Combination Y and 1/8 bends are used to make changes of direction of how many degrees? A. 90 degrees. B. 22.5 degrees. C. 67.5 degrees. D. 45 degrees. A combination Y and 1/8 bend means Y, fitting equals 45 degrees direction change. 1/8 bend equals 45 degrees elbow. If you connect them together in line, you add the angles. 45 degrees, Y, plus 45 degrees, 1/8 bend, equals 90 degrees total change of direction. This combination is often used to form a 90 degrees turn with a clean out. Correct answer, A. 90 degrees. Number 15. Aside from being used in testing a system for leaks, what is the other use of a test tee? A. Used as a reserve fitting. B. Used as a permanent cleanout. C. Used as floor drain. D. Used as an accessory to the ventilation system. The correct answer is B. Used as a permanent cleanout. Explanation. A test tee, also known as a test fitting or test Y, is a specialized DWV, drain, waste, and vent, fitting that serves two primary purposes. 1. Testing the system for leaks. During initial installation, a test tee allows a plumber to cap or plug the system and fill it with water, or air, to check for leaks. 2. Providing future access for cleaning. Once the test is complete, the plug or cap on the test tee can remain in place as a permanent clean-out point, allowing access to clear blockages in the drain line without cutting pipe. This dual function makes it a practical and code-compliant solution, especially in concealed or hard-to-reach locations. Let's review the options. A. Used as a reserve fitting, not a recognized plumbing term or use. B. Used as a permanent cleanout, white heavy checkmark. Correct. After testing, it remains as an access point. C. Used as floor drain. No, a floor drain is a separate fixture. D. Used as an accessory to the ventilation system. Test tees are installed in drain lines, not vents. Plumbing codes, example, IPC section 708, permit test tees to serve as cleanouts when properly installed and accessible. White heavy checkmark. Final answer, B. Used as a permanent cleanout. Number 16. This method of joining the pipe is sometimes referred to as a mechanical joint. What type of joint is this? A. Flanged joint. B. Welded joint. C. Butt joint. D. Soldered joint. The correct answer is A. Flanged joint. Explanation. A mechanical joint in piping refers to a non-permanent, non-fusion method of connecting pipes using gaskets, bolts, couplings, or compression fittings, allowing for disassembly and no heating or welding. Among the options: A. Flanged joint. White heavy checkmark. Uses flanges, gaskets, and bolts to join pipe ends. It is commonly referred to as a mechanical joint in plumbing, fire protection, and industrial piping. Widely used in large diameter pipes, fire sprinkler systems, and water mains. B. Welded joint. A permanent, fused joint using heat. Not mechanical, it's a fusion joint. C. Butt joint. Refers to two pipes joined end to end, but not a specific joining method. It's a configuration, not a joint type like mechanical or welded. Often requires welding, soldering, or other methods to complete. D. Soldered joint. Uses heat and filler metal, solder, to join pipes, common in copper. Considered a fusion or metallurgical joint, not mechanical. In plumbing and pipe fitting terminology, mechanical joint often specifically refers to flanged joints, grooved couplings, example, Victorlic, or Puchon restrained joints, but among the given choices, flanged joint is the best and standard answer. White heavy checkmark final answer, A. Flanged joint. Number 17. What is the term used for a T that enters the straight-through section of the fitting on a downward curve? A. Sweep. B. Bend. C. Drainage pattern. D. Takeoff. The correct answer is A. Sweep. Explanation. In plumbing and drainage systems, a sweep refers to a fitting with a gradual, curved inlet, as opposed to a sharp 90 degrees connection, that allows waste to flow smoothly, reducing the chance of clogs. Specifically, a sanitary T or sweep T has a curved, swept, branch that enters the straight run at a gentle angle, typically 45 degrees or with a long radius curve, directed downward in drainage applications. This downward curve is called a sweep because it sweeps waste into the vertical stack or horizontal drain without turbulence. Using a sweep is required by code when connecting horizontal drain lines to vertical stacks to maintain flow and prevent blockages. Now, evaluating the options. A. Sweep white heavy checkmark, correct term for the curved, downward entry into the run of a T or Y. B. Bend refers to an elbow or curved pipe section, not a feature of a T. C. Drainage pattern, not a standard plumbing term for this. D. Takeoff refers to a branch connection in piping, but not specifically the curved design. Example, a long sweep T or swept T is used in drainage to transition from horizontal to vertical with minimal flow disruption. White heavy checkmark final answer, A. Sweep. Number 18. What is the symbol or designation given to a standard weight cast iron pipe? A. BI. B. SV. C. SW. D. CI. The correct answer is B. SV. Explanation. In cast iron soil pipe terminology, SV stands for service weight, which is the standard weight classification for modern cast iron pipe used in DWV, drain, waste, and vent systems. SV, service weight. This is the most common and standard wall thickness for current cast iron soil pipe. It replaced older classifications and is used in typical residential and commercial installations. XH, extra heavy, a thicker, heavier wall type used in more demanding applications, e.g., high-rise buildings, underground installations. CI, cast iron, or CI is a general material designation, not a weight class. SW, standard weight, is a term used for steel pipe, not cast iron. BI typically stands for black iron, which is used for gas lines, not DWV. The Cast Iron Soil Pipe Institute, CISPI, and plumbing codes refer to SV as the standard weight for cast iron soil pipe. White heavy checkmark final answer, BSV. Number 19. What is the main reason why the use of brass as a piping material became less popular? A. It is not recommended in most plumbing codes. B. It is a very expensive piping material. C. Because it contains lead. D. Unavailability of some of its alloy. The correct answer is C. Because it contains lead. Explanation. While brass has been widely used in plumbing for valves, fittings, and small diameter piping due to its corrosion resistance and machinability, its use has declined significantly, especially in potable water systems, primarily because traditional brass alloys contain lead, typically 2 to 8%, to improve machinability. Lead can leach into drinking water, especially when water is stagnant or acidic, posing serious health risks, neurological damage, developmental issues in children, etc. Regulations like the U.S. Safe Drinking Water Act, SDWA, and the Lead-Free Mandate, effective 2014, Define lead-free as *** not more than 0.25% lead in wetted surfaces. As a result, lead-free bras, using bismuth, silicon, or other substitutes, has been developed, but traditional brass fell out of favor. Let's evaluate the options. A. It is not recommended in most plumbing codes. Crossmarking correct. Lead-free brass is still code compliant. B. It is a very expensive piping material. Cost is a factor, but not the main reason for decline. C. Because it contains lead. White heavy checkmark correct. Health concerns over lead content drove the shift away from standard brass. D. Unavailability of some of its alloy. Not a significant issue. Alloys can be formulated, but lead content is the real problem. White heavy checkmark. Final answer, C, because it contains lead. Thank you for watching. Registered Master Plumbing Engineers of the Philippines Review, Quiz Number 3, 2025. We hope you found these quiz questions helpful for your review. Remember, mastering these concepts is crucial for your examination success. White right pointing backhand index. Subscribe to our channel for more insightful quizzes and tip. White right pointing backhand index. Follow us on Facebook for additional resources. Facebook page. White right pointing backhand index. Check us out on TikTok for quick tips and updates. TikTok account. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Good luck with your studies, and see you in the next video.